First, I'd like to congratulate the Chicago Blackhawks on their Stanley Cup win. Second, I'd like personally say thanks to Dale Talon. If I was from Dale, I wasn't standing here today. Thank you, Dale. J'aimerais saluer tous les partisans des Canadiens de Montréal. And for our pick, Trevor Timmins going to make the pick.
Bonsoir. Les Canadiens de Montréal, the Montreal Canadiens are proud to select from the Everett Silver Tips, Noah Juulsen.
Montreal Canadiens go back to the Western Hockey League.
Well, Noah Juulsen is a guy who possesses a shot that Kevin Constantine says has staying power, and for whatever reason, he seemed to be on the ice as a defenseman for the most goals of any of Everett's defensemen whenever they were scoring. And you know, Everett's always challenged to score. They play that defensive-minded game. But Juulsen is a guy who really started to sneak up on everybody. I think was made aware of to a lot of people at the BMO Top Prospects game, and then comes back, has a really good second half. He's got a little bit of bite to his game. He's overcome some personal adversity, and a guy who's a really steady player who can go back, retrieve pucks, make that good first pass out of his own, and he skates a little bit as well.
Well, and this is a young man who, he's a little like Jake DeBrusk. He was small, and grew competitive. And players who say they like him ahead of some of the other top players in the Western Hockey League, they'll say they like the competitiveness. Has never really played on good teams. He's played on mediocre or weak teams and had to battle through and battle through and battle through. And I think that's part of what shined through. We talked before about character, competitiveness, all that kind of stuff. I think that's part of what people see in this young man as a prospect.
You hear all the skill set, and it kind of falls in the same category of Provorov, except not as dynamic. Not as dynamic.
Not as dynamic. No, not that kind of a guy. Not quite the skater as he is. I mean, we were talking about the last couple. This is a young man who's going to play another year junior. He's going to play in their minor pro system. They will bring him along. You know, they need to have some success with some young defensemen, which they started having with Nathan Boileau, who you mentioned earlier on. But this is a young guy who will fit into their program.
He really, as a 16-year-old, when you're playing top 4 minutes in the Western Hockey League as a defenseman last year, I mean, that's pretty heady stuff. He really benefited from that. Played in 59 games there in his first year and really learned the lay of the land. He comes back this year, you know, with some nagging injuries at the start of the year, and then he starts to figure it out.